Hi, I'm Salim, Chief Product Officer at Frontline. I want to show you something we've been building, but first I want to talk about a schedule. The first piece of workforce management was a schedule on the wall. Somebody wrote it, somebody watched it, somebody fixed it when it fell apart. That was the entire job. Write, watch, fix. That was 40 years ago. And every generation since has brought new software to replace it. Spreadsheets, then applicant tracking, then cloud platforms with dashboards and alerts pinging your phone at midnight. 40 years of new tools and the job never changed. Somebody still writes, somebody still watches, somebody still fixes. We gave this job a name. We called it workforce management, and there's a word buried inside that phrase that we never once questioned. Management. It means a human watches, a human decides, a human acts. The software just makes the watching faster every generation. The same assumption. But what if watching was never the job? The job was always the outcome. Roles filled, people hired, operations running on time, at scale. Management was just what you had to do because nothing else could. And then AI arrived, and every company in our space did the same thing. They added it to the dashboard. Same screen, faster watching. We asked a different question. What if we stopped building workforce management software entirely? So that's exactly what we did. We call it Frontline Superintelligence. Not software that reports on your operation. Intelligence that actually runs it. This is Cue. Before I show you what Cue does, let me show you what today looks like. A TA leader wants to know where her pipeline is stuck. 14 clicks, 3 tools, and she still hasn't found the root cause. But why is she digging through those bottlenecks in the first place? Because she's trying to solve something bigger, fill roles faster, and stop losing candidates at the same stage every week while spending less time reacting and more time actually running her operation. And every click, every export, every email chain is just one more thing standing between her and the outcome that actually matters. But what if you could skip all of that? Let me show you. So we're in the same account, same operation, but our TA leader doesn't have to dig through dashboards. All she has to do is tell Cue what she needs. So I'm going to type in tell me where my pipeline is stuck. Now watch what happens. Cue pulls from all of her operational data at once. Hiring funnels across every location, conversion ratios, role coverage, retention data. And here's the thing that matters. Cue doesn't think in silos. It's not looking at hiring over here and operations over there and engagement somewhere else. It crosses every org boundary and thinks about the whole system. Everything connected. Everything at once. In 5 minutes, it delivers something that used to take an entire consulting team 6 weeks. A full diagnostic across her entire operation. But here's the thing about Cue. It doesn't just diagnose. It fixes. Updates workflows, rewrites job postings, resolves bottlenecks. Right there, in the same conversation. 5 minutes. A full diagnosis of our operation, with a hiring strategy, a resource plan, a scheduling overhaul, and a retention playbook. And every single fix is executable. Right there. No second meeting, no implementation timeline, no consulting engagement needed. That's not answering a question. That's running the operation. Now, that was one person with one question. But Cue isn't just for TA leaders. Let me show you the range. Imagine you're a staffing manager. Find all unassigned roles for this week and assign them based on availability and certifications. Done. Now you're a recruiter. Move everyone in phone screen to interview. Reason? Past screen. 43 applicants moved in bulk. And finally, an operations lead. Compare the Oakland location versus San Jose. Where does performance diverge? Cue runs the comparison and names the exact stage where they split. 3 different roles. 3 different problems. Each one of those used to be a workflow, a chain of clicks, a thread, a meeting, it's a sentence. But Cue isn't only for ops. Imagine you're the CEO of the company. You're not thinking about pipeline stages. You're thinking about top line, bottom line, EBITDA. You sit down and type 6 words. Find me, $1 million in savings. And Cue comes back with a full operational diagnosis across your entire workforce. It finds the million, not in one place, scattered across hiring velocity, role coverage, overtime patterns, turnover costs, connections that nobody in the company had ever put together. Because that data lived in different teams, different tools, different dashboards. You didn't ask a hiring question, you asked a business question, and Cue answered it. That's the difference. You can click your way to a question that crosses every silo in your company. But you can say, one number, $1 million. It was already there, inside the operation. Cue just found it. It might feel like magic, but it's only Tuesday. So if Cue runs your hiring, your scheduling, your compliance, your sourcing, what does your job become? It becomes the job it was always supposed to be. You stop watching dashboards. You start making the decisions that actually matter. Which locations to expand, which markets to enter, where to invest next. For operators, that's relief. For leadership, that's a kind of real-time control you've never had before. But there's one more thing I want to show you. Starting today, when you open Fountain, Cue is already working. You'll see tiles on your screen. Each one is a bottleneck it found, an action it recommends, a pattern it spotted overnight. You didn't ask for any of it. It already looked. The conversational interface was step 1. You ask, it acts. This is step 2. It acts before you even ask. Every day, across your entire operation. And eventually, that question goes away entirely. I started by telling you about a schedule on the wall. Somebody wrote it, somebody watched it, somebody fixed it when it fell apart. And for 40 years, every piece of workforce technology made that job faster without ever questioning whether it should exist. We didn't start with the next step. We skipped the whole staircase. We asked, what if you didn't have to watch at all? And then we built the answer. Not software that shows you data, intelligence that runs it. Not an AI that answers your questions, a network of agents that act on them continuously. The first workforce management was a schedule on the wall. Cue is the last. Run it.